before I joined Christ Temple, you know how we bishops, we pontificate. Y'all didn't know that? We walk with airs. We are sometimes as if we're untouchable. In fact, sometimes we act as if we walk on air. But I found a bishop playing second base with the young people from his church. And even though he couldn't pick that ball up, he was crawling on his knees, trying to get that ball to throw whoever was out. That impressed me so much about Bishop J. Howard Dell, that he would take time with his young people, did not think it undignified, in shirt and tie, with dress shoes on, playing softball with his young people. I dare to think that some of us pontificators today would do that, but I would, because I learned from this man. That touched me, that impressed me. I was raised under Bishop John Seth Bailey, so I know what Bishop Haney was talking about. I never saw Bishop Bailey out on the ball field. It's all right. Maybe I wasn't close enough to see him, Brother Norman, but I did see this man. The second thing about this man that blessed me is that when we joined the church, how he took us in. I was not a native son. My daddy was not a bishop. My lineage was not in the music department of the Church of God in Christ. I had no real connections. I was just simply Brother Ralph Lewis. And Bishop made no difference in who we were. He accepted us, took us in, loved on us, taught us how to love others. Mother Dell just put her arms around us and loved on us as well. Bishop told me, son, love on the young people. When he gave me the young people department, he said, love on them. He said, give them love and hug them, make them feel special. He could tell me that because he made me feel special. So along the way, I decided it was time for ordination, and somehow Mama wanted me to come back to Michigan to be ordained. And so I went back to Michigan and went before the board there, and they told me I could not be ordained. They told me, you're in Georgia, you need to go back to Georgia and let Bishop Dell do it. My mother, my mother was not easily persuaded. She didn't take no easily, but no disrespect, Bishop Bailey. My son is from Michigan, and he needs to be ordained here. When Mama finished ministering to Bishop Bailey, Bishop Bailey said, tell Bishop Dell to send me a telegram. She said, telegram? She said, can't he call you? All right, Sister Lewis, let him call me. Bishop was in the middle of his convocation. When we called Mother Dell, and I called Mother Dell and told her the situation, she said, Bishop is in a meeting. And she said, I'll get him the word. So I went to the service that night, sat in the back, a little heartbroken, a little despondent, because there was no reason for me to be in this position. But Bishop Bailey stood at Bailey Cathedral and said, where is that boy from Georgia? Tell him Bishop Dell called, and go up there and let them examine him. That's how I got ordained as an elder in the Church of God in Christ. We call ourselves testimony. Now here's what he told me. Son, if they don't do it, come on back. I'll ordain you. And he meant that. And he would have done just that. So I thank God for the life, the legacy of Bishop J. Howard Dell, my friend. When I left Christ Temple to go out and minister. Bishop, they had a little dinner at Piccadilly's or Morrison's at that time. I went over there to be at that dinner, and so we sat at the table and we chatted. And he said, "My boy, how things going over there?" I said, "Well, Bishop, you know, people are people." And he said, "Well, son, you let them pastor a while, and then you pastor a while. Let them go ahead and do some things, and then you do, because you know that the Lord is leading you. But let them pastor a while." I said, "Bishop," when I came back to see him again, I said, "Bishop, I know what you're talking about." Because it's work like that, that sometimes you just have to let them find out that you really do know what you're talking about. When you have children like that, Mary, I had to let my sons know, I know what I'm talking about. Go ahead. And sometimes with the wisdom and the guidance of this man, I think I'm a better pastor. I think I'm a better bishop, because I try to walk by the precepts, the kindness, the humility of Bishop Dell. And no, don't cross Bishop Dell. Do not cross Bishop Dell. He could handle that too. He was not a wimp. Bishop Dell was all man, and he could handle that as well. But I thank God that I learned some things, a lot of things. There was times that Bishop wanted to keep us, he loved structure. That's why as I heard the songs, he was still Methodist. Hear our prayer, oh God. Yeah. I had never heard that before. I hadn't even read it. Then I found out it was in the Bible. But he would keep us, he said, "Son," and Mary, you know about this, when he was not there, sometimes we wanted to take service to another level. But when he got back, and he knew and heard what was going on, he used to tell me in college, "My boys, I want you to keep the service like I'm there." And Brother Gus, we had to do that. We had to do that because Bishop was trying to teach us some structure. We could jump, we could dance, we could run, we could even hoop a little bit. But every now and then, Bishop would rear back and shake their finger. Look back at us like, "How you like me now?" He could hoop, but he was a great preacher. Thank you, Mother Dell. Thank you, Northern Georgia. Thank you, all my brothers and sisters from Northern, Dr. Haney, Brother Gus, for allowing me to mature into the man that I am today. I lead other men because of this man. I've walked with the Jakes. I've walked with many of the great preachers of this land because of this man. He taught me how to walk with dignity. He taught me how to forget whose denomination I'm a part of. And you know, Dr. Mosley, you're right. We should all still be coming together. I don't hear nobody. I've not heard of a New Day heaven. I've not heard of a First Jurisdiction heaven. I've not heard of a Kojic heaven or a Baptist heaven. But there's just one heaven. And that's the heaven that this man talked about. That he taught us that there's one Lord, one faith, and one baptism. Folk, let's drop all of our isms and schisms. Because after a while, Jesus is coming. He ain't coming for the first or the second or the third house of God or New Day. He's coming for people who are ready to meet him. I buried a lady today that many times I had to just fuss with her and talk with her and encourage her. Bishop instructed us in that way. He wasn't always soft-spoken, but it's made us what we are today. When I look at Bishop Ford, Deacon Ford, when I look at Minister Ralph Lewis, when I look at Elder Collins, when I look at Brother John Wayne Leggett, I remember the Leggett brothers coming up and see us. Bishop would be proud of the legacy that he has left.